I left the city, I've been browsing. Treading water that they drowning. I head on the swivel, yeah. It's only really my surroundings. They keep it all the way.
Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video. And guys, today was Stargirl Day, episode 7. This was the episode with, I would call this like the Yolanda episode. I think from here on out, after like the big reveal of Eclipso coming out of the diamonds, I think that, I thought, to myself, they were going to be doing episodes where like we get into everybody's head of like after, like especially after the aftermath of him coming out. And they see that big threat. I wanted to see where their mind space was after knowing that, like, 'cause they were all afraid of him. And I wanted to see everybody's mind space because we all knew going into the season, everybody was going through something, whether it be Courtney wanting to be Stargirl and her having trouble balancing out her life, whether it be Beth, going, like, her going through trouble of her parents going through a divorce, or Rick, taking care of Grundy, which pretty much we get confirmed in this episode. About next week's episode of the, I was right about him taking care of Grundy and him going through, like, does he think Grundy's good or not? And then pretty much Yolanda going through what she's going through of her feeling the guilt of killing Brainwave and the guilt, pretty much eating at her. But I really liked this episode. I'm going to let my sister talk about this episode because she was really looking forward to see the whole Henry and, Brainwave dynamic. So I'm going to let you take it away. What'd you think?
This was my favorite episode by far of the season. Like,
you liked it that much?
Earlier today I was talking to Zach I'm so excited for this episode because he knows how much I like Jake Austin Walker.
Yeah, you like Henry, yeah.
Yeah, like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really happy to see him. I was freaking out. I was fangirling, obviously. Like that.
See him back again, yeah.
And it was just like I just liked it because he's like one of my favorite characters, along with everybody else.
You thought since they said his name in the beginning, like his actual name, you thought you said it doesn't say guest starring. I'm like, because he's like a normal member of the show. It's like, I understand why they did, because he's not really technically guest starring. He's like a member of the show already.
If you see shows that say guest starring,
yeah,
and it just didn't say anything, it said Jake Austin Walker. So yeah,
which I really liked it. I thought it was cool, the dynamic of like she thinks she sees Henry, but it's kind of like the Henry that when Brainwave was pretending to be Henry, that Henry that they got the neck slashed. So it was never really like her Henry. It was almost like a Brainwave Henry.
Yeah. When
he was pretending to be Henry to get to Yolanda, and then hence the gash on his neck from the claw. I really enjoyed that. Like, they were never there. It was all in her head. And it goes to show the question of today's episode, is it actually in her head because what Brainwave said to her, like saying, "Oh, I moved inside of your head when I died. Like I was able to get into your head."
Yeah.
Is that a sign of him growing in strength, and that's why he was able to do that? Like that's how powerful he was at that time, because he was going through. Remember those weird, he just got back from his him being in a coma. Remember, and he was like a little bit stronger for what the Dragon King did to him.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like, did he get strong enough to do that to Yolanda? Is he actually in her and going to be taking over her? Or is that all Eclipso just messing with her, like feeding off of that, guilt she had and making it like 10 times worse by building on top of what her guilt was, making her think that, Brainwave's doing this to her, but actually it's him. Which would be very cool, that like it started out, because they even answered the question to us about, remember, she's like, this was way before, Eclipso even showed up.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like she had that guilt, but it was building on top of what Eclipso was doing, or is Brainwave inside of her?
Yeah, like the one part,
we don't know.
The part that made my
which I love.
That made my heart sink. I did have heartbreaking moments in this episode, but the one part that made my heart sink is when we see Henry burst into flames. That was
when he said that, you're gonna burn with me, or he's like, "Oh, I'm burning because you didn't forgive me."
Yeah.
I love how the show isn't afraid to take those dark moments and isn't afraid to really show our heroes go through trauma, go through this. Because again, I like how they remind us that these are just teenagers, and like they're juniors essentially. I think, or they're juniors, right?
I think
they're going to be going into their senior. I think so.
This season's called summer school. So
yeah.
I think they're juniors going to be seniors.
Yeah, so like going to see them go through this like trauma, and the writers reminding us that, you know, their kids, that, you know, that they really jumped into this at like very young, going into being a superhero, you know, fighting these villains, these grown-ups, and discovering they're not afraid to kill people, and pretty much it makes them put their guard up, and it makes them, you know, like, realize it's either, you know, if I don't do this, I could die. This is a live or die thing. They're not afraid to kill. And that's why I feel so bad for Yolanda, is because, you know, she had to do what she had to do because Brainwave would have killed her.
Yeah,
that's just a given.
I also, like, I know we're jumping around, but I also feel bad for Mike, because he said that he didn't mean to kill Icicle. He was driving, Icicle was just there, and
yeah, I mean,
he, like, hit him with the car, and he shattered.
He doesn't, it's sad, because they weren't afraid to really, like, go, like, tell us that, you know, again, like, everybody had to do what they had to do. Mike isn't as bad, you know, he's going through his own things, you know, wanting to be accepted and wanting to do everything. Yeah. It wasn't the way we thought, though, like, you know, people thought him smiling, saying, oh, does this mean I get to be a part of the JSA, him killing Jordan? People thought, oh my god, like, he's willing to do anything, like, he has, like, that, he's not afraid to kill. People thought that, but we were wrong. Yeah. He actually didn't mean to do it, clearly. And, you know, and also, you know, Cindy, like, we thought she was going to recruit him, and that didn't happen. He just really wants to be a part of the team. Yeah. And we see that more with him helping Pat, you know, rebuild Stripe with, you know, with all the lug nuts he had to put back in, all the bullets. I thought that was funny.
Because, Isaac and,
Artemis
killed, like
ruined Stripe.
Like, ripped his head off.
And, like, ruined it. I love how they left Stripe's hand like this. I thought that was funny. That was funny to me. They're like, did you do that, or did they do that?
Pat was like to Mike, did you do that, or did they do that? And
I thought that was funny. I thought that was really funny. But I really love how we just see what Yolanda's going through. And it makes me even, I knew this was going to happen. I knew when she was going to do the reveal to Pat and to Rick and to Beth, I knew they weren't going to understand. And that's what made me feel sad. I'm like, I know they're not going to understand. Because we knew Rick saw a different light of Grundy. Saw that Grundy was just a puppet being used by the Injustice.
Grundy,
I knew that's why he spared him.
Grundy has a mind of like a 2-year-old.
Pretty much. Like, that's why he was able to be controlled. And Rick saw that when he's like, you're just a, you know what I mean? You're just a baby, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, you'll fight back. Like, and the way he's doing this, like, he didn't want to do those things. He was being controlled by the Injustice. And we're going to see more of that into next week's episode.
Yeah, we're going to finally see Grundy again. So.
We're going to see who Rick's been hiding. And as I said, I knew it was Grundy. I knew, like, Rick's been taking care of him because it's like, he saw himself literally in Grundy, like, being alone, him not having anybody, him being used, him doing all this stuff, like, he sees that. And I'm excited because, you know, we see that moment in the next week's episode where he's like, did you kill her? Meaning, and he had blood, Grundy had blood all over his hand, making me think that, like, I don't think Grundy is going to be killing anybody in the next episode. I think that he's going to be misunderstood and somebody else killed the person and he was trying to help, maybe. Like, he's picking up on maybe on how generous Rick's been, and he's like, you know, like, being like what's the word for it? Like, rehabilitated, right?
I don't know.
If I'm saying that right, like, he's good, like, he's learning how to be good. I feel like from Rick, on how the generous Rick's been and how taking care of him. That's my theory. I hope he didn't kill anybody in next week's episode, but we'll find out.
If the ISA never got a hold of Grundy, nothing would have ever happened.
I think Grundy would have probably been on a different path. I don't know how he was created. I don't know if we'll ever get into that. Maybe we'll get into that. I get a lot of, like, in a way, I get a lot of, like, in Mice and Men vibes of, like, how Lenny was, like, you know, he had, you know, autism and stuff, and, like, you know, he wasn't able to, you know, he hurt people by accident and stuff like that. I'm getting a lot of those vibes.
You mean Lenny from school?
You know, in Mice and Men.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, the book of Mice and Men?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Rick is kind of like, you know, the George, and, you know, Lenny is, you know, kind of like Grundy. I feel like we're kind of getting that almost, but, like, I'm getting those vibes.
Also, I feel like Grundy is kind of like
Lionel. He's like, he doesn't know.
I feel like Grundy's kind of like Lionel from Sharp Boy and Lava Girl, too.
Lionel? Who?
He was the one that was mean.
No.
He was mean to Max.
He did that on purpose, Lionel. Like, that's a different story. But I just feel like I'm really excited for next week's episode. I like I told you, I think we're getting, like, everybody's getting a turn. We got one with Yolanda. We're getting one with Rick. We're going to get one with Beth. And we're going to get one with Courtney. Pretty much on her restarting up the staff, because the staff is just not working after that encounter with Eclipso. It was able to hurt him, but he hurt it really bad back.
But with Yolanda seeing Brainwave and Henry.
Yeah.
I thought that part was like real because Courtney was there.
Yeah, I thought it was real at
like,
first too.
And her Stargirl stuff, and then Yolanda said Court, and then she was able to see Brainwave. She had her gear
on, and she was able.
I thought she was able to see Brainwave. I thought she was like she's seeing Brainwave.
Yeah,
is she able to see him too?
That would have been oh my god, he's actually alive.
And then Yolanda was all in her Wildcat costume. And she sliced his throat, and
then turned back into Henry.
Yeah,
and he burst into the frame saying, "You're gonna burn with me." Which again, like I said,
he was like, "Oh, please, she didn't kill somebody."
Yeah, I thought oh my god, you know how like she was like flipping out in class. I thought she killed the pastor at first. My heart was like, oh, I thought she killed Courtney or sliced her or did something. I thought it was like the pastor. Like, you know what I mean? I thought she killed the priest. Honest to God, I literally thought she did. I was like, please, God. Please let her not have killed somebody by accident. Because again, she was flipping out in class. I don't know what could happen.
She's flipping out when she's out in the town.
And I love how, like, they're playing it of how, is it actually Brainwave in her head? Is it Eclipso building off of her guilt? We don't know. And I'm wondering if, I know we're going to see Yolanda again as Wildcat. I know that's going to happen again. Either at the end of the season or next year.
We kind of saw Shade because Barb was looking at a picture of Jordan, where she works, and blood just fell from the ceiling.
But we saw a shade, like a dark shade,
we saw blood drip. We saw a shadow, and Zach said it's Shade because Shade.
He was hurt.
He got hurt.
He was injured. He was bleeding. And I think, and my theory is he's like kind of like healing in the Shade dimension. He's trying to heal up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering to see. I don't know. I'm wondering if he's trying to get Barb's attention, trying to warn her, trying to do something. I don't know. All I know is I'm really excited for what they're doing right now. I really loved that moment where she did tell. When Courtney's like, they'll understand, you should tell them. And, she tells them, and just Beth just... I'm not gonna lie, Beth pissed me off. When she's like, I understand, I mean, she's going through some things, but, like, you could see your friends really going through some trouble here, and she had no other choice. You've seen from these villains, they will kill you. They've seen these villains kill, and they are ruthless, and they will kill you because they have a greater agenda of what their goals that they want to achieve, these villains. And it really annoys me that Yolanda, if she didn't do what she did, she would have died. And that what really annoys me is Beth should know more than anybody, because and I hate how Beth a little bit sounds high and mighty a little bit, like she wouldn't have killed anybody, because she was getting ready to kill Shade when she found out what Shade did to Dr. McNider. So I find that really kind of hypocritical, because she said, "Oh, well, I'll make you pay for what you did to, for Dr. McNider." You know what I mean? Like so it's like they all have had those moments where I think they would have killed, especially because they've seen that they're not afraid to kill these villains. So it's kind of like settle down a bit. You need to like be there for your friends, and that kind of annoyed me. And especially Rick. Oh, my time was up. Bull crap, dude. Tell the truth. Because they're gonna find out clearly in next week's episode that you've been hiding Solomon Grundy in your backyard, or in, like, you know what I mean, like, so like, you know what I mean, like, fess up. She just told you guys this, and you guys shunned her away in a way, and you know what I mean, but like you know what I mean. That kind of annoys me. Like, she just dropped a big bomb, and she needs help. She needs you guys to be there for her.
You're not,
and you guys aren't going to be there for her. It's just, I don't know, that kind of frustrated me, but I understand that there needs to be that, Beth's like, I don't know, I don't know what I would do. And, Rick's like, Rick, I mean, at the same time, Yolanda should really have come at Rick, because, again, Rick found out that who Grundy actually was. If Yolanda was there when when Rick was fighting Grundy, she would have realized that Grundy was just a puppet in the Injustice's game. So it's like, she really understand, she knew what she thought, because she only knew what Rick told about, oh, like, Grundy did this, but she never saw that side of Grundy.
Yeah.
So she really doesn't know where Rick is coming from. So it's like, they can't, but I feel like they should really understand where Yolanda's coming from, because, again, if anybody, they should all know they were killers, and the worst of them were Brainwave and Jordan. They were the worst of them. The worst. They didn't care who they killed. Especially the gambler. Like, they were straight ruthless killers. They did not give a crap.
I will tell you who I think the worst,
I think Brainwave a little bit worse than Jordan, low-key. Because he killed his damn son.
Brainwave was, like, off with
Brainwave.
That he killed Henry. That made me
And that's what made me like he's worse than Jordan.
The Gambler, Dragon King. I didn't like any of those.
You said Brainwave,
Icicle, Gambler, Dragon King,
and that would do. Well, I don't know much about the Fiddler because we didn't really see much.
I just love the character.
But I could definitely think that, you know, the Fiddler's wife, I bet you she was probably a killer low-key because she had that, like, I bet you she probably. So I would do it like Brainwave, Icicle, the Gambler, Dragon King. I would do Dragon King, then Gambler. Then again, I really didn't see Dragon King kill anybody. I'm gonna do Gambler, Dragon King, then probably I'm gonna say Fiddler because that girl, I'm telling you, that wife looked like she probably would kill somebody. And then I'm gonna say, you know, Sportsmaster and Tigress, and then I'm gonna put Grundy because I'm telling you, Grundy literally, I think, had no choice in the matter. I really do think that they were trying to tell us that, like, he wasn't, like, he's not. Yeah, he's still developing and all that stuff. So I don't know. I feel like there's something there that, like, I'm excited to see more of that in the next week's episode. But also going into, like, I just really wish that they were there for her because when she said that, when she told Courtney, like, I wish you would have just left me alone. You know, I wouldn't have killed anybody. Like, you know, why'd you choose me? I should never have been Wildcat. She said, I quit. I knew that was gonna happen. I told her, like, way before that scene happened, I'm like, she's gonna quit. She thinks that, you know, they think that she's a monster and she's broken.
And Yolanda also quit her job.
Yeah, she quit her job. I can't stand Yolanda's mother. She annoys the crap out of me. She's such a crappy mother. Oh my god. Like, your daughter's going through something and then I don't know what her problem is. I would have said, you know what, you're on your own. I'm moving out. Like, that girl taking me off.
Yolanda's mom is like, you're bringing
more shame to our family or something like.
No, she's like, you're bringing Father Thomas into all this. She's like, no, we need to.
It's all your drama or something.
Yeah, we need to support her and love her.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this all was over from season 1. Like, them really respecting her, but they were still on that bullcrap.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm interested to see how she'll bounce back. I think she's definitely there's gonna be an episode where we see in the flashback episode, because we're gonna get some flashback episodes, I think, going forward about, like, you know, like, about, like, the old JSA members. I do think we're going to get an episode where we see, or a scene where, you know, Yolanda or somebody will find out that, you know, Wildcat, you know, the original Wildcat actually probably did kill somebody, and, like, and maybe somehow get, like, will leave a speech or give a speech to, like, it'll be like a hologram or something will happen, or she'll realize that, you know, sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do to protect the people you love.
Yeah.
And she'll realize that, and she'll realize that she actually earns the Wildcat.
Yeah.
Her place to be a Wildcat. I know there'll be a moment where she'll find out, like, the original Wildcat killed, and sometimes, you know, you can't do anything, but you gotta do what you gotta do to protect the ones you love.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Injustice Society weren't really giving you many options. They're willing to kill your friends, your family, anybody you love, and they have no remorse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Yolanda. She's the GOAT. So shout out to Yolanda for killing Brainwave. I would have killed his ass too. He pissed me off. His little bitch ass. You know what I mean? Like, no offense. You know what I mean? But, like,
yeah, I think
he'd be pissing me off. The person that plays Brainwave is really good because, you know, he's a really cool dude in real life. But, like, he plays a jerk in the show, which I love. I love that. I love how, like, they play such great villains, but they're such awesome, genuine people in real life. I love that. That's how you know you're a good actor, when you can do some crap like that.
Yeah.
I love that. But that's not even the question. How are you gonna look down at her when again he would have killed her? He would have killed her.
Yeah.
How? How is that? I don't know what I would do. Yeah, I would have killed him.
The thing was, like, his neck didn't look like it was slashed.
It did. It looked like they had that gash, and you saw that blood trail when Henry was walking.
It was Henry, though.
No, it wasn't supposed to really be Henry. It was supposed to be, like, the brainwave version of Henry when he was acting like Henry. Because remember, she slashed the fake Henry, which was brainwave. Hence why there was that Henry walking around with the slash in the neck. I pointed out to him, like, that's not... Henry don't look normal. That's why he's all, like, bleeding blood from his neck and shit. Like,
I said, why is Henry walking like he's hurt?
Yeah, so that's why, I just loved this episode. Great episode. It was such a great following episode. We have to take, and I understand some people might think this was a slower episode, but we need these stories. We need some time away from the action. Because it's always, you need that balance.
For me, at first, it was like slow and I don't really care about it. I don't care. All I want to see is Jake. And
that's what she was like. I'm loving this. I like the stories. It builds to the action. You need your appetizer before you get your full course meal. Before you get your dessert. You know what I mean? Like, or you need your appetizer before you get your meal. So, I mean, like, you need the best of both worlds. You can't just have pure action the entire time. And, like, it makes you love the action more when you have a great story. And that's what I love about this show.
I think I was
great.
I just think I was more about just, like, you know, the whole Henry part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were really excited about that. I felt like we got enough of that. It goes to show also, I mean, if there's a chance Brainwave is actually alive, and maybe they're trying to leave that door open for us, maybe like to figure that out.
To see Brainwave.
This could mean there's a possible chance that if he is alive, which that would shock me, there could be a chance that maybe Henry could have survived from the boulders dropping off. I just don't want that because that was such a big like eye-opening moment for the team to realize that they're not afraid to kill.
Today I was on the internet and I was looking up stuff and I was like, is Henry King whatever still alive? Is he not for good? Some sites are saying he isn't about coming back, and there is sites saying that he is. There's one that I saw today that I told Zach about that he is about coming back. He wants to come back.
I'm pretty sure he'll come back if he
either wants it. The way he said it, he either wants it to be relevant to Yolanda to come back, or they need him back in a cool way. Those are the two things that he said.
Which they do. They do have time if they want to do that. I wouldn't be fully upset at it because, like I said, like if you don't see a body, then there's that's how it goes. If there's no body, and you can bring anybody back. I mean, also it'd be pretty cool. I could see them. I would accept that, but I feel like that was such a moment where it's like that was what really got into Courtney's head that this is serious. Yeah. People die, and I feel like that's what's really making them understand what it means to pick up the mantle of these past heroes. Yeah. Like their names bring threats to these villains, and they will take anybody out that try to take out their goal, their vision. Yeah. And that's what I love. Is like that was such an eye-opening moment for the entire team that people die.
Yeah,
they're not afraid to kill anybody. He wasn't afraid to kill his son, and that was a holy crap moment.
I think the only parents that died that were in JSA now were Rick's parents. The ones that died.
No, because again, technically Jade's a part of the JSA because she's somewhere else, but her dad died.
And her mom.
Yeah, which I don't know. Well, technically, if Henry would have been alive, he would have had technically a mom that died in the JSA. I mean, I wouldn't say she was technically a part of the JSA, but like in a way, his mom was technically a part of the JSA because her brother was Starman. So I don't know, but either or, I'm just excited going forward to see what's gonna happen because I know we're gonna get an episode where we see Jay Garrick, from the Flash, be a part of the original JSA, which I'm excited to see that because I think that's a way of telling us that the worlds are connected. Like RJ Garrick is connected to like the Flash Jay Garrick. I think that's a way of telling us that because that's the same actor that plays the Jay Garrick in the Flash TV show, and they already confirmed a big crossover next year, which I'm not watching. I'm not watching Flash anymore. That's a given. My sister wants to keep watching it. That's on her. The show is literally a dumpster fire. I would rather watch paint dry than watch that show anymore. No offense, I love Grant Gustin, but the writer's room, they need to get a whole new writer's room because I just can't watch it anymore. It's so painful. They literally put that show down the garbage disposal. I can't even watch it anymore.
Was there a show you won't watch that was bad?
I don't watch Legends anymore. That got bad after Stein and Jax left. I won't watch
Supergirl.
I won't watch Supergirl anymore. That show just got trashed after. It got trashed, I think, right after. I want to say after the Mon-El season, it started getting really bad from there.
No offense, Melissa
which I think that's season 3. Oh no, we love Melissa Benoist. I just don't like that show anymore. I just don't like it. The rating is trash.
Okay, I love her husband.
And I like to be honest. I don't like to sugarcoat things. I mean, it's just not good writing. Same as how I don't watch Batwoman. I just don't like it.
The funny thing about Stargirl...
Writing matters to me.
The funny thing about Stargirl is her husband was her love interest on the show.
Who?
Her husband was her love interest on her...
You said Stargirl.
No, it's Supergirl.
You said Stargirl at first.
Supergirl.
I know Supergirl. Yeah, Mon-El is her husband in real life. Yeah.
Yes.
I think everybody knows that, though, which is our videos. Because we get a lot of the big, like, CW members.
Yeah, well,
I'm thinking a lot of everybody knows that.
she was in an abusive marriage before, and he broke her nose and all that.
All right, we don't have to get into that. That's just...
If you know Glee, you know who I'm talking about.
They probably all know. That's news everybody knows. But going forward, I really did enjoy it. I liked this episode.
It was my favorite.
I'm telling you, like I'm saying, like, this is my favorite series. And Superman and Lois. I put this over Superman and Lois. I love Superman and Lois, but I love this show.
I've only seen one episode.
I love this show.
I've only seen one episode of Superman and Lois, and that was it.
The two kings of the CW are Stargirl and Superman and Lois. That's just a given of superhero stuff. Like, that's it.
There's only two shows that are probably good that are on the CW.
No, that's not true. All American.
All American's good.
Legacies. I don't know. We'll see how they do next year.
I don't know.
But I think that's it. I think that might be it.
Yeah, I don't think they're bringing around.
They're bringing that All American Homecoming. So that's going to be a good show because it's connected to All American. So automatically that's going to be a good show probably.
We'll see Simone in that.
Yeah.
And we'll see Peyton Alex Smith for you Legacy fans. He'll be in that too.
But yeah, I loved this episode. I can't wait for next week's episode. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Rick. Like, that's my favorite character. If I could dress up in a cosplay, it'd be the Hour Man costume. I love that costume. It's sick.
We were gonna do. I was gonna be Stargirl. He used to be Iron Man, but the costumes were way too expensive, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do something else.
I already spent a pretty penny on the Spider-Man. My cosplay Spider-Man costume for the new movie. So I have that coming in the mail, which I'll do an unboxing of that probably when it gets here. Also, news, guys. For everybody that didn't see the video about what I got today, go check out that video. I don't want to say what it is, but
oh my, he was crying.
I was crying. I'm excited of what I finally got today. Go check out that video. You guys will understand my excitement. I've been waiting for this thing. I've had so much trouble getting this thing, but I finally got it.
His excitement about this thing is
through the roof.
How much his excitement about this thing he got is. I don't understand his, but so he won't understand how much I love Jake Austin Walker. I said to him, you don't understand how much I love him.
But also, guys, I'm gonna have a video tomorrow. The video tomorrow is gonna be Riverdale at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow I am gonna have a video earlier in the day. I'm gonna try. Me and my friends are going. Me, Jamie, and Troy are gonna try to go to the museum. The problem is that they don't allow cameras in the museum because they think that people will rob the place. So I don't know. I probably won't be able to do a vlog in the museum. Hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of pictures for you guys because I want to test out my new camera. But the problem is that, which no, we're not using the camera now. I want to use the camera maybe possibly tomorrow for Riverdale. That would be the first time I use the camera. I'm gonna try to go to my sister's after the museum to figure out how if I can even transfer. The stuff from the camera to the computer, transfer it over to the iPad to do editing on the iPad. If I can't do it, we'll still keep filming on the iPad, but I'm gonna try to get a vlog for you guys for the museum and stuff. So
we just want better quality videos.
I'm always up for upgrades on the channel, so I'm gonna see if that works. If it does, you will know by tomorrow for Riverdale. And you guys will know if I post the video for the museum, if I'm allowed to film in the museum. So you guys will know. You guys will just see it on the channel. So that's why it's always good to put on the notifications and subscribe to the channel because I don't want you guys missing future stuff that comes to the channel. And
I'm subscribed and I have my notifications turned on.
Yeah. So subscribe, put on those notifications if you're new to the channel. Also, if you want to see the things I'm talking about, hopefully the museum vlog tomorrow, and hopefully hopefully us using the new camera for Riverdale tomorrow. If we don't use the new camera, we're still going to do an episode review for Riverdale. On top of tonight at 3 a.m. I'm staying up, of course, because of Marvel's What If. So that video will be out tomorrow morning for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I think it's episode 7 of Marvel's What If, if I'm correct. I think it's episode 7. So that will be up tomorrow. It's the Party Thor episode, and then also Thursday I have nothing. I'm probably gonna make that just me going to the gym and me just working out that day. Hopefully, if some news pops up, I'll do a video. Also, on top of next Thursday, Venom Let There Be Carnage is coming out. I'm going to be going on Thursday with my little brother. I'm going to be going Friday with my friends, and I'm really excited to go see that movie. My spoiler review will probably be up Thursday, or I'll make that my spoiler-free review, and then my spoiler review will probably be up Friday, and I'll make that a vlog also with my friends. Or I might make a spoiler review with my brother, and then a spoiler review vlog with my friends. I'm not sure. I might do a spoiler-free with my brother / vlog, and then a spoiler review / vlog with my friends.
I'm not going to see Venom, but...
She's seeing No Way Home with me.
And I will be in
Hopefully I get tickets for that, because we all know that's going to sell out more and quicker than Endgame.
And the thing is that I don't want to see it with anybody else but just him.
That probably won't happen because like I told you, if I can even get tickets for, because I'm seeing it opening night with Bethany, Nikki, and you can come too because I can get you in for our Wednesday showing because I work at the theater, so we get in the day before.
So you go that day.
Or yeah, I think you should go that day because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get tickets on that weekend because so many people are going to like. Yeah. I might be. I'm getting tickets for Thursday. I'm getting tickets for Thursday because that's the day I'm going to be seeing it with Bethany, Nikki, and probably maybe I don't know. Maybe my other friends will go that day too, or maybe it'll just be Beth will see it once. And then me and my friends will go, and then me and Bethany and Nikki will see it again. I don't know. But you'll go with us the first night, of course. But yeah,
that's the only thing I think is that weekend.
Yeah, I'm usually good at getting tickets, so I think we'll be good.
Spider-Man No Way Home, and I will probably be doing that review with you.
I mean, we could do a vlog / review that day, because that would be the first night we see it, so I guess we can, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'll be in one of the reviews for that movie.
I don't want to do too many reviews for that movie, because again, I'm going to be probably going with my friends. I'm going to be going with Bethany and Nikki, and probably going to be going with you if I can get tickets for just me and you. So I don't know. I got to figure all that out. But there's going to be a lot of videos about Spider-Man No Way Home when that probably comes out. I'm excited because I'm going to dress up for that movie too. So on opening night, so I'm excited. But guys, that's the video. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put in those notifications, like this video. We cannot wait for next week's episode of Stargirl. Let me know down in the comments below what your theories are about Yolanda. Do you think Brainwave is actually in her head? Do you think this is just Eclipso building off of her fear and making her fear even worse? By him, feeding off of it.
Or do you think
he's, he's actually in her? I want to know what your theories are down below. Also, I want to know what your theories are about next week's episode with Rick. Do you think actually Grundy killed that person, or do you think he's trying to help her and maybe somebody else is trying to blame Grundy?
I want to know your thoughts.
Frame him. I don't know.
I want to know your thoughts on Henry.
Yeah, do you guys think Henry's still alive? I want to know. I don't think he is, probably, because if that's what they're really trying to tell us. But who knows? There's nobody. It leaves the door open to bring somebody back. And I think that's why they did that on purpose. They wanted to leave that door open, and maybe there's a chance he survived. I don't know. But who knows?
We'll see. Well, we'll see you next week.
We'll see you guys next month. Tuesday.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. But I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. We'll see you guys tomorrow and Tuesday. Peace.
Bye.